Hello everyone, welcome back again to Liverpool Report today. We've got the latest updates on our beloved club Liverpool, but before we dive in, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a moment of Liverpool Report news. Let's get started. Liverpool fans' hopes that Mohamed Salah had finally agreed to a new deal have been quashed for now. The contract standoff between the Reds and Salah plus Virgil van Dijk and Trent Alexander-Arnold has been a constant sideshow to Arne Slot's stunning first season at the helm, which looks set to end with the Premier League title. Salah's incredible form has been a major factor in Liverpool's superb campaign, but it could be his last at Anfield, with his contract expiring in the summer. Some supporters were encouraged this week that the 32-year-old could be about to extend his stay on Merseyside. A picture of Salah with a film crew at the city's Albert Dock went viral on social media. Some fans concluded that the appearance was related to his contract situation, but that wasn't the case. However, according to The Athletic, Salah was instead making an appearance for one of the club's commercial partners on Monday, prior to the Merseyside derby against Everton. Meanwhile, contract talks between the players' representatives and the club continue. Salah, who has been constantly linked with a move to the Saudi Pro League, is enjoying arguably his best season since joining from Roma in 2017. In only 29 Premier League games, he has scored 27 goals and racked up 17 assists, putting his side on course for the title. Slot has admitted his star striker's form could alter contract negotiations in the player's favour. Speaking in February, the Dutchman said, "You can look at it in both ways. You can say the better he does, the more expensive he might become. And if he did really worse, we would have second thoughts to extend his contract. For everyone, it is the best that he brings in the performances he does now. Maybe only for the one who has to pay him, it is not the best. For everyone else, it is the best because if you want to play at this club, you need to be at his level. Otherwise, you are almost useless because we only need players that are at the top of their game. He needs to have these performances for him to play here, and hopefully to extend here." Following Wednesday's derby win over Everton, Salah will be hoping to fire Liverpool another step closer to the title when they visit Fulham on Sunday. Liverpool's former head of data has explained how Jurgen Klopp's open mind allowed them to sway his opinion to sign Mohamed Salah over Julian Brandt in the summer of 2017. Salah joined the Reds from Roma for what was a club record £36 million at the time. He has since become one of the greatest goal scorers in Anfield history, with his 243 placing him behind only Roger Hunt, 285, and Ian Rush, 346, in the list. The Egyptian has won every top-level trophy available during his time at Liverpool, and his 27 Premier League goals this season, a division high, have been instrumental to the Reds' charge for a second title in 5 years. This term under Arne Slot Salah, though, was not the preferred option initially 8 years ago, with then-boss Klopp believing Bayer Leverkusen's Julian Brandt to be the first choice option to improve his front line after qualifying for the Champions League in the 2016-17 campaign. Graham, who worked as the head of the club's respected data department until 2023, has now explained how Klopp's willingness to listen to other viewpoints helped bring Salah to Anfield to begin what has since become a legendary career on Merseyside. Jurgen's preferred option for that summer was Julian Brandt, who was a great player, Graham says, in a new BBC Sport documentary about how Liverpool won the 2019 Champions League. Jurgen would obviously know him very well, coming from the Bundesliga and knowing the German market very well. We agreed that Brandt was a very good young player, but not a standout in the same way that Mo was. From our data analysis point of view, Mo was the best young wide forward in Europe, full stop. Roma were under pressure to sell because their finances were not in a good place, so we knew he was available for a good price. He played a forward and wide role that we needed to fill at the time, whereas Brandt was more of an attacking midfielder. It's to Jurgen credit that he engaged in that debate in an honest way, with his eyes open to say, "Okay, I'm open to be convinced. Show me that Mo is better." Virgil van Dijk believes Liverpool deserve credit for getting back to winning ways after they responded to their Carabao Cup final defeat to Newcastle United last month by beating Everton 1-0 in the Merseyside derby. After a frustrating first period that saw Blues striker Beto have a goal ruled out for offside before hitting the post, Arneslot's team improved after the break and eventually made the breakthrough before the hour mark through Diogo Jota. The victory, in the 246th meeting between the clubs, was enough to restore the Premier League leaders' advantage to 12 points once more. And Van Dijk believes the players should be recognised for overcoming a difficult first half to ensure they put the disappointment of the Wembley loss behind them. "I think the Merseyside derby is a difficult game," Van Dijk said. "It was not the best first half, but a very good second half, well-deserved result based on the second half. But it's a big game, and coming back from the international break, coming back from a disappointing final, it was very important to get back to winning ways, and we did. Playing against a team who has strength and they have quality to make it difficult for you. Those two moments, the one that was offside and the one I failed to clear, I think was in that same period, so maybe the period of anxiety creeps in from the fans, but the way we settled it and played, especially the second half, that looks very good and something we should focus on more than the uncertainties, defensively. I don't know if the break helped everyone. I liked it. It was a tough week for me personally with two difficult games, so everyone had their own situation, but what was good was that we could get away for a couple of days, switch off completely, and then back on it from last Saturday. I think we trained very well. These games are always going to be intense, very direct, second ball fight, and we had to be ready for it. And apart from the two defensive uncertainties, which could allow anxiety to creep in, I thought we did really well in the second half. It's a funny world. Doubts outside all of a sudden, after the Carabao Cup loss. But the fact is, there are 8 games to go. There is a 12-point gap, and we focus on putting points on the board and playing the best football we can play. But if we have to fight, we have to fight. We have to run. The manager mentioned it in his press conference. We have to outwork opponents, and in certain games we didn't do it and couldn't get results, so it just shows you have to work your socks off to get results. 2 defensive uncertainties doesn't define the whole game. It was always going to be tough against Everton, who don't concede many goals. Van Dijk steered clear of entering himself into the debate around the yellow card shown to James Tarkowski after his lunge on Alexis McAllister, and also played the significance of a first-half mistake that allowed striker Beto to go clean through before hitting the post. It was revealed on Thursday morning the PGMOL have privately conceded Tarkowski should have been dismissed by referee Sam Barrett, but Van Dijk opted to avoid adding to the noise around the challenge that left McAllister in a heap after 11 minutes. The Red skipper added, "I don't want to have any issues. The referee decides on the pitch, and the VAR decides what he sees on the TV, and we have to play on. Did it set the mood for the game? Not really. It was always going to be a physical game because that is also Everton's game, very physical, and they make it very difficult for teams like what happened at Goodison Park, and we had to be ready for it. The majority of the game we showed, we were definitely ready for it. That moment didn't change the game. We were prepared for that. In football, sometimes you can make mistakes. No one plays football without making mistakes, and unfortunately, I am playing in a position where, if I miss-hit the ball, it could lead to a very big chance, and that's what happened. That moment goes in slow motion. But whatever happened during the game, there is so much time to turn your defensive uncertainties around. We didn't give much away. An offside goal, and the one I just had to clear. It doesn't define the whole performance.